Well, hello, it's Debbie Gilbert here with I Got Communities, and today I'm here with my sweet friend Janice Wesley, who is one of our longtime I Got Community members. And Janice has a lung condition and recently had a real scare and scared us because she wasn't being able to be on with us. So I've asked her if she will just tell her story because it's nothing short of a miracle and just embodies the whole idea of what I Got Communities is really about. So Janice, thanks for letting me come. And I just want you just to tell your whole story about your experience.
I'll do the best I can. Okay. I was Sunday afternoon or evening, about 6 o'clock, and I hadn't felt very well that day. And David came into the bedroom where I was at and sat down on the side of the bed with me, and he said, I think I need to take you to the hospital. And I said, no, don't do that, call an ambulance. And so he did, called an ambulance immediately. I can remember the ambulance getting here. And I remember them coming into our bedroom, but that is all I remember. I went unconscious at that point. I do not remember them putting me on the gurney. I do not remember. David said they sat out in the driveway for about 20 minutes. I don't remember any of that. And the next thing...
They cut her pajamas off
they cut my pajamas off of me.
Hey, David.
You record it. Come over
Why
here.
don't you move over here? Come over here, but Janice.
Come over here. We'll tell it together. Come on. So when I woke up Sunday evening, I think I woke up about 11 o'clock, and David, of course, was there in the room with me, and he informs me that they have cut my pajamas off of me. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that was my favorite pair of pajamas, and I was not very happy about that. And but that's fine too. Anyway, they had done all the X-rays, all the testing, and everything, and I knew nothing about that. And they got me into a room that evening about
1:30.
Oh, about 1:30. I guess that's the first I remember. I can remember going into that room. And I can remember different people coming in and out, saying different things, taking different shots, just doing different things. And all day Monday, I stayed this same way. I stayed in the bed. I did not eat, didn't want to eat. My blood pressure kept going sky high. My heart rate kept going sky high, and then it would just all of a sudden drop. And we did this all day Monday night. And so Tuesday morning, and Dr. Mandawala come in, and he tells me and David that they're doing all that they can do, and they just can't do no more. So, and my children was called. They had called that morning and found out what a bad shape I was in. And so they had started making arrangements to come home. And so that morning, David and I sat and held hands, and we talked to each other, and we told each other what good spouses that the other one had been. I hope we both told the truth. I told him what I even wanted my casket spray to look like. I thought I was dying. And so I got a text, and I want to read you the text I got. It was from my sister Judy. She had received a text from David that morning. It said, She's had a rough night, no sleep, blood pressure up and down, heart rate going around, miserable. Dr. Mandawala says that they're doing all they can do. Hope it's enough, and that's what David wrote to her. She writes to me that evening at 2:25 afternoon. You don't have to answer back, but I want you to know that your bingo friends had prayer for you. I didn't win today. There was 27 players on accounting my Facebook. So, it wasn't very long till I told my husband to set me up. I had not set up at all and had not been able to hold my head up since I come in that hospital. And David set me up, and I started getting hungry. And I ate, and I ate, and I ate all the afternoon, I ate all night. And I got strong. I believe with all my heart that through my friends that I got communities and my bingo friends and their wonderful prayer for me that day, that I had a healing. I did not think it was going to happen, but it did. I want to read you all something that meant an awful lot to me. And it was from my friend Kimberly Diane. I wrote her, well, if I can get my bingo scores off here. I wrote her a letter after I'd been home from the hospital, a note after I'd been home from the hospital a few days. And the reason I wrote her was because she was the one that had led that beautiful prayer. And I said to her, I want to thank you for the wonderful prayer you had for me while I was in the hospital. I have a story about your prayer, and Debbie wants to film it. Can I tell it from you? She said, it wasn't me, it was all him. Half the time, I don't even remember what I said. I trust that his word is heard, and by those that needed encouragement, healing, or whatever, that they believe his word is true, and he answers prayers. You received his miraculous healing, and we're all so thankful for his faithfulness. Love you, dear sister in Christ. And that was from my friend and our friend at I Got Communities, Kimberly Diane. And that's my story.
So, we're just a bunch of people 55 and older that get on, and we play bingo almost every day, 2 times.
Yeah.
But we've come together really as just a group of people who understand that being together, that together is better. Mm-hmm. Together is always better, and so now we're in 18 states now. We have people in 18 states, and we're finding that all of us have the same kinds of needs. We all need attachments. We all need affection. We all need admiration because we were created that way. And it just so happens that because this group I think too, when you retire and you slow down just a little bit, well, some people slow down unless you're David Wesley.
Yeah, unless you're David.
And you work from daylight to dark. But what we come to understand is there are some things important in life that maybe we didn't take enough time to notice when we were young and we were so busy, from time to time. But we have a little more time now to think on some of those things. And I know I hear story after story after story from I Got community members who have said this same kind of thing. I mean, they were either very discouraged or depressed, and somebody from I Got Communities called them, or somebody in their family was very ill, and they heard that somebody had special prayer for them. But we are a community of very like-minded people who just happen to understand the importance of love. So, and prayer. And lots of times people will say, would you pray right now? Would you pray right now? And we always usually try to do that when they say, will you pray right now? But I wanted to share this story because I really, with all of my heart, believe that Jesus performs miracles day in and day out if we would really just look for them, and if we would acknowledge them and really tell what happens to us individually. And that's one reason why I wanted you to tell your story, because when a doctor says we've done all we can do, and when you're sitting there saying your goodbyes and you're making arrangements for funerals, and then all of a sudden,
And your children are coming home.
and your children are
You
coming
know
home,
you're bad when your children are coming home.
and then all of a sudden you can sit up and eat. It just reminds me of so many stories that we've read in the Bible about the power, the resurrection power, actually, of Jesus. So, thank you, Janice. Thank you, David. And thank you to all you I Got members who are relentless in your prayer life and believe always in the power of love and kindness. So, thanks for sharing.
Thank you. You're more than welcome.